Life in the Netherlands, $800 budget, beautiful women, and Europe's shocking side. Did you know you can live comfortably in one of Europe's most famous countries for just $800 a month? Yes, you heard that right, the Netherlands. But that's just the start. What if I told you that amidst the tulip fields, canals, and windmills, there's a raw side of this country you've never seen before? You might be picturing the usual beautiful tourist spots, the picture-perfect scenery, the quiet bike rides through villages, and the charming streets of Amsterdam. But hold on, there's a side to the Netherlands that most people don't talk about. A side where living on a budget of $800 a month is not only possible, but it's also a lifestyle you can thrive in. Sounds too good to be true? Stick around, and I'll show you how. The Netherlands isn't just about beautiful women, scenic views, and rich culture. Of course, these things are part of what makes this country so attractive, but the story goes beyond that. Behind the well-maintained tourist spots and the picturesque image of windmills and wooden shoes, there's a reality that most don't see. A reality where people are making their lives work with just $800 per month, living comfortably and exploring Europe's hidden gems without breaking the bank. You'll be surprised to find that the Netherlands isn't as expensive as you might think. Whether it's finding affordable housing, enjoying delicious food without spending a fortune, or getting around with ease, this country offers so much more than its popular image lets on. In fact, you could live like a king here on a budget, surrounded by vibrant culture, beautiful landscapes, and welcoming locals, all while spending less than what you might pay for rent in a major city like New York or London. It's not just a dream. It's very possible. But here's the twist. Behind the polished tourist spots, there's another side to life in the Netherlands, one that's full of surprises and contrasts. Sure, the cities are modern and bustling, but they come with their own set of challenges. The cost of living, while affordable in many ways, can be deceptive, and there's so much more to Dutch culture than what meets the eye. Whether it's the way locals balance work and life, or the country's progressive values, the Netherlands offers a raw, authentic experience that's often overshadowed by its polished reputation. So, why should you stay tuned? Because I'm about to show you that life in the Netherlands is far more than just the tulips and windmills. There's a side of this country that will leave you thinking, I could totally live here. It's a place where culture meets comfort, and where a tight budget doesn't mean sacrificing quality of life. Stick with me, and let's dive into a side of the Netherlands you've never imagined before. Ready to see how you can live the dream on a budget in one of Europe's most stunning countries? Keep watching. The Netherlands, a small yet incredibly vibrant country in Western Europe, offers more than what meets the eye. It's famous for its flat landscape, iconic windmills, and vast tulip fields, but there's so much more to discover. Located in the heart of Europe, the Netherlands is bordered by Belgium to the south, Germany to the east, and the North Sea to the northwest. This strategic location makes it a hub for international trade, culture, and tourism, and it's one of the easiest countries to travel to in Europe. The Netherlands is home to several major cities, each with its own unique charm. Amsterdam, the capital, is known for its picturesque canals, historic architecture, and vibrant cultural scene. Here, you can visit world-class museums, stroll through cobbled streets, and enjoy the city's laid-back vibe. Rotterdam, on the other hand, is a modern marvel with its bold architecture and innovative spirit. It's a city that thrives on creativity and progress. Then there's The Hague, the seat of the Dutch government and home to many international organizations. It's a city that combines a rich history with a modern, cosmopolitan feel. While these cities are iconic and have a global reputation, they also offer a mix of modern amenities and stunning landscapes, making it an ideal destination for anyone looking to experience the best of both worlds. While the cities are certainly a highlight, the country's countryside is just as captivating. The Netherlands is dotted with charming villages, expansive fields, and tranquil canals. You'll find small towns like Giethoorn, often called the Venice of the North, where canals replace roads and peaceful boat rides are the main mode of transportation. The country's countryside offers an escape from the hustle and bustle of city life and is perfect for cycling tours or just enjoying nature at its finest. Think you can't live in Europe on a budget? Think again. The Netherlands, despite its reputation as a high-quality destination, offers an affordable lifestyle, especially when you compare it to cities like New York or London. You can actually live comfortably in the Netherlands on an $800 budget. Sounds surprising, right? But let me explain how this is not just possible but a pretty great way to experience this beautiful country. For starters, rent is one of the biggest factors when it comes to affordability. In major cities like Amsterdam, rent can be high, but if you're willing to live a little outside the city center, you'll find affordable options. For just $500 or $600 a month, you can secure a modest one-bedroom apartment in some of the smaller towns or neighborhoods. This is far cheaper than paying $200 to $2,000 per month in places like New York or London for a similar living space. Even in cities like Rotterdam and The Hague, there are affordable housing options, especially if you opt for a smaller flat or shared accommodation. Next, let's talk about food. The Netherlands offers an incredibly diverse range of food, from fresh produce to delicious local treats, and it's surprisingly affordable. You can shop at local markets and find fresh fruit, vegetables, dairy, and meats for a fraction of the cost of what you might pay in the US or UK. A typical grocery bill might cost you around $40 to $50 a week, which means you can easily prepare your own meals at home without worrying about your budget. If you prefer eating out, you can enjoy a decent meal at a local cafe for under $10. And street food like friet, the Dutch fries, or herring, raw herring, is available for just a few euros. Public transportation is another reason why living in the Netherlands on a budget is so easy. The Dutch public transportation system is extensive, reliable, and affordable. Whether you're taking a bus, tram, or train, you'll find that fares are much lower than those in cities like London or New York. A monthly travel card for unlimited use of public transport can cost around $80, and the entire country is well connected, making it easy and cheap to get around. If you prefer cycling, the Netherlands is one of the most bike-friendly countries in the world, and cycling is both a fun and economical way to explore. When you add everything up, rent, food, transportation, and even entertainment, you can easily live in the Netherlands for $800 a month and still enjoy a high quality of life. This budget allows you to live comfortably without having to sacrifice comfort or experiences. Imagine living in a charming village, enjoying local culture, eating delicious food, and exploring some of Europe's most beautiful landscapes, all while keeping your expenses low. So, when people talk about the Netherlands being expensive, they're mostly referring to the high costs in major tourist hubs like Amsterdam. But with a little flexibility and some smart choices, you can experience this amazing country on a much smaller budget and still live like a local. Whether you're looking to explore the rich history of the cities, enjoy the stunning, natural beauty, or just live in a country with a high standard of living, the Netherlands offers a perfect balance of affordability and quality. This country isn't just a place for the rich or famous, it's a country for anyone who wants to live life to the fullest, without spending a fortune. The Netherlands is a country known for its stunning natural landscapes that are both unique and breathtaking. One of the most iconic images of the Netherlands is the tulip fields that stretch as far as the eye can see during the spring months. These vibrant fields, covered with rows of brightly colored flowers, reds, yellows, pinks, and purples, create a picture-perfect scene that seems like something out of a dream. The sheer scale and beauty of the tulips blooming every spring is an event that draws tourists from all over the world. The Keukenhof Gardens, located near Amsterdam, is one of the largest flower gardens in the world, and it's where you can see these tulip fields in all their glory. With over 7 million flowers on display, the gardens offer a feast for the eyes and a must-see experience for anyone visiting the Netherlands. Another key feature of the Dutch landscape is the windmills. These iconic structures, often pictured against vast fields or near the water, are a symbol of the Netherlands' rich history and ingenuity. Windmills were once used for various purposes, from grinding grain to draining water from the land. Today, many of these windmills have been preserved and can be visited in places like Kinderdijk, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where you'll find a collection of 19 beautifully maintained windmills. The windmills are a perfect blend of natural beauty and Dutch history, standing tall and graceful against the horizon. The country is also famous for its canals, particularly in cities like Amsterdam. The network of canals in Amsterdam is one of the most recognized in the world, with historic buildings lining the water and boats gliding through the narrow channels. These canals were once used for trade and transportation, but today serve as a peaceful reminder of the city's past. Cruising along the canals, you can see the colorful facades of Dutch homes, bridges arching over the water, and the occasional houseboat that adds a cozy, personal touch to the scenery. Whether you take a boat ride through the canals or simply stroll along their banks, the waterways are an integral part of the Netherlands' charm. And then there is Giethoorn, often referred to as the Venice of the North. This small village is famous for its serene canals that run through the town, with no cars allowed. Instead, residents and visitors get around on boats, which creates a peaceful and almost magical atmosphere. The canals are lined with charming, thatched roof cottages, making it feel like stepping into a storybook. This quaint, quiet village is the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of modern life and showcases the natural beauty of the country in a unique and peaceful way. Beautiful women. When it comes to beauty, Dutch women are often considered among the most stunning in Europe. The Netherlands is known for its tall, slim women with blonde hair, fair skin, and striking features. But beauty in the Netherlands is not just about appearance. It's about the strength, independence, and confidence that Dutch women exude. Dutch women are not only physically beautiful, they are also highly respected for their intelligence, independence, and leadership. One of the key things that makes Dutch women stand out is their strong sense of empowerment. They are given equal rights in every aspect of life, from work to education, and are often leaders in both the public and private sectors. Gender equality is celebrated in the Netherlands, and women play key roles in politics, business, and social movements. It's a country where women are encouraged to pursue their dreams, no matter what they are, and where their achievements are acknowledged and celebrated. This sense of empowerment is deeply rooted in the country's culture. The Netherlands was one of the first countries to legalize same-sex marriage, and the government has long been a champion of progressive policies that promote equality for all people, regardless of gender. Dutch women grow up in an environment where they are taught to be strong, independent, and to fight for their rights. This results in a society where women are not just admired for their beauty, but are also seen as equals in every respect. In addition to their independence, Dutch women are known for their confidence and self-assurance. They don't shy away from expressing their opinions, and they are often at the forefront of social change. Whether it's in the workplace, in politics, or in everyday life, Dutch women know their worth and aren't afraid to show it. This confidence, paired with their natural beauty, makes them not just physically attractive but inspiring as well. Furthermore, Dutch women come from a diverse range of backgrounds, reflecting the multicultural nature of the country. The Netherlands is home to a variety of ethnic groups, and Dutch women come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. This diversity adds another layer of beauty, as it brings a richness and variety of cultures and perspectives that are reflected in the people. The Dutch attitude toward gender equality also influences the way women are viewed and treated in society. Unlike in many other countries, Dutch women are not defined solely by their appearance, but are valued for their skills, intellect, and character. The societal shift toward equality has allowed women to flourish, not just as beautiful individuals, but as leaders, innovators, and changemakers. While Dutch women are often admired for their physical beauty, what truly sets them apart is their strength, independence, and the respect they command in society. The Netherlands has created an environment where women can thrive, succeed, and live confidently, which in turn makes them some of the most empowered and admired women in Europe. Their beauty is not just skin deep. It's a reflection of the country's culture, values, and the progressive mindset that drives the Dutch way of life. Rent and living costs. Living on a budget in the Netherlands is more than just possible. It's surprisingly easy. One of the biggest expenses when moving to a new country is rent, but in the Netherlands you can live quite comfortably for far less than you might expect. In cities outside of the capital, you can find a small apartment for as little as $400 to $500 a month. Imagine paying less than $500 for an apartment in one of Europe's most desirable countries. This is a budget-friendly option that many people overlook, but it's a reality in the Netherlands. Of course, if you want to live in the heart of a major city like Amsterdam, the rent can be more expensive. But even then, you can still find options that are manageable if you choose a smaller place or decide to live on the outskirts. Alternatively, you can live in a charming village or a smaller town, where the rent is even lower, and you'll be surrounded by stunning natural beauty. In towns like Leiden or Utrecht, you can still enjoy the rich culture and proximity to bigger cities without paying the high rent prices. The affordability of rent allows you to live comfortably, even on a smaller budget, without feeling the strain of high housing costs. The Dutch also have a reputation for making practical and efficient use of space. You'll find that apartments are often well designed to maximize every square foot, so even small spaces feel cozy and comfortable. Whether you're renting a small flat in the city or a quaint home in the countryside, you can expect your living situation to be both affordable and functional. Food and dining. Eating out in the Netherlands is another area where your money can go a long way. While the country is known for its high standard of living, the cost of food and dining is surprisingly affordable. A typical lunch at a local cafe will cost you less than $10, and you can enjoy a hearty meal at many restaurants for around $10–15. The Netherlands is home to a variety of cuisines, so whether you're craving Dutch specialties or international flavors, you won't break your budget. One of the most famous Dutch treats is stroopwafels, a delicious caramel-filled waffle. You'll find these sweet snacks at street markets and cafes, and they're perfect for a quick pick-me-up during your day. Another popular Dutch snack is bitterballen, which are deep-fried meatballs typically served with mustard. These little delights can be found in pubs and snack bars throughout the country, and they're great to enjoy while socializing with friends or relaxing after a day of sightseeing. For something more substantial, you can try herring, raw herring fish served with onions and pickles. While it might seem a little unusual to those unfamiliar with it, it's a local delicacy that's both fresh and flavorful. Street vendors in places like Amsterdam sell it for just a few euros, making it an affordable snack or lunch option. If you're in the mood for something more filling, you can always visit an Indonesian restaurant, which is a favorite cuisine in the Netherlands due to the country's colonial history. An Indonesian meal is often a great deal and can cost you under $10, giving you a satisfying, flavorful meal without spending a lot. One of the great things about dining in the Netherlands is the variety of options available. From street food to casual dining to higher-end restaurants, there's something for every budget. Even in the big cities, eating out doesn't have to be expensive, and with the wide range of cuisines, you can explore different flavors without worrying about your wallet. Getting around the Netherlands is both easy and inexpensive, making it a great place to live on a budget. The country is known for its public transportation system, which includes buses, trams, and trains. Public transportation is fast, efficient, and affordable, so you won't have to worry about spending too much on getting from place to place. In fact, a monthly public transport pass that covers trams, buses, and metro lines can cost you around $80, depending on the city. But perhaps the best part about getting around the Netherlands is its cycling culture. The country is built for cyclists with bike lanes everywhere and millions of bicycles on the streets. Renting a bike for a day or even a week is very affordable, with daily rentals costing as little as a few euros. If you plan on staying for an extended period, it might even make sense to purchase a second-hand bike, which can cost around $150. Cycling is not only a cheap way to get around, but it's also an incredibly enjoyable experience. The flat terrain of the country makes it easy to explore cities and rural areas by bike, and it's a great way to immerse yourself in the local culture. For those who prefer trains, the Netherlands has a well-connected network of train services, making it easy to travel between cities or explore the countryside. Train tickets are reasonably priced, and traveling by train can be a comfortable and scenic way to see the country. Whether you're visiting the coastal towns or the picturesque villages, public transportation makes it easy to explore the Netherlands without the need for a car. All in all, the cost of getting around in the Netherlands is incredibly affordable, especially when you compare it to other European countries. Whether you're hopping on a tram, renting a bike, or taking a train to your next destination, the transportation options here are both budget-friendly and convenient. This makes living on an $800 budget even easier, as transportation costs won't eat into your savings. Living on a budget of $800 a month in the Netherlands is not only possible, it's surprisingly comfortable. With affordable rent, cheap yet delicious food, and easy access to public transportation, the Netherlands offers a lifestyle that many people wouldn't expect from a European country. You can live comfortably, explore the country's beautiful landscapes, enjoy its rich culture, and still have plenty of money left over for fun experiences. Whether you're a solo traveler, a student, or someone looking to start a new life abroad, the Netherlands offers the perfect combination of affordability and quality of life. Cultural shocks. The Netherlands is known for its progressive mindset, and that means some aspects of the culture might surprise travelers, especially those coming from more conservative countries. It's a place where freedom and personal choice are deeply valued, and the country has been a leader in many progressive laws that challenge traditional norms. One of the most notable examples is the country's stance on prostitution. In the Netherlands, prostitution is not only legal, it is also regulated. This means that sex workers are protected by law, and their work is seen as part of the broader economy. The legal and regulated nature of prostitution is a reflection of the country's overall approach to personal freedom and the belief that individuals should have control over their own bodies. Similarly, marijuana use is another area where the Netherlands stands out. While cannabis remains illegal in many countries around the world, the Netherlands has adopted a more tolerant approach. It's not only decriminalized, but in many places, especially in cities like Amsterdam, coffee shops legally sell marijuana to adults. You can walk into a coffee shop, buy a small amount, and enjoy it in a safe, controlled environment. To many, this might seem shocking or unconventional, but in the Netherlands, it's just a part of everyday life. These progressive laws are not about promoting illegal activity, but about respecting personal choice and minimizing harm through regulation. In addition to these legal policies, the Netherlands has a broader cultural approach that promotes personal freedom. The Dutch are known for being open-minded, tolerant, and accepting of people from all walks of life. Whether it's in their approach to LGBTQ+ rights, drug use, or even the role of women in society, the Dutch often prioritize individual rights and the idea that people should be free to make their own decisions as long as they're not harming others. This culture of freedom and acceptance is reflected in the country's open-minded and non-judgmental atmosphere, which might feel refreshing to some, but possibly overwhelming for others. These liberal policies are not just a quirk of Dutch culture, but are deeply ingrained in their societal values. The Netherlands has long been at the forefront of social change, and its open-minded approach to controversial topics is a big part of what makes the country stand out. For many, this is a liberating experience, where people can be themselves, without fear of judgment or legal repercussions. But for others, especially those from more conservative backgrounds, these cultural differences might feel like a shock. While the Netherlands is undeniably an incredible country, it's important to recognize that there are still challenges to living here. Just like any other place, life in the Netherlands isn't without its drawbacks. For one, the housing market in major cities, particularly Amsterdam, can be tough. Although rent in smaller towns or villages can be quite affordable, finding housing in the capital or other major cities can be a competitive and frustrating experience. Amsterdam, in particular, has a limited amount of affordable housing, and the demand often exceeds the supply. This means that people are often forced to either pay high rents or settle for smaller, less ideal living situations. Whether you're looking for a flat in the city center or a house on the outskirts, the housing market can be difficult to navigate for newcomers or anyone on a tight budget. Another challenge that many expats face in the Netherlands is the high taxes. While the country offers excellent public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure, the price of these services is reflected in the tax system. The Netherlands has relatively high income taxes, which fund the country's social welfare programs. This means that while you can enjoy a high standard of living, a significant portion of your income goes toward paying for these services. For some, this is a trade-off they are happy to make, especially with the benefits that come with it. However, newcomers to the country may find the tax system overwhelming or even a little shocking, especially if they're coming from countries with lower tax rates. Despite these challenges, many people find that the overall quality of life in the Netherlands far outweighs the difficulties. The country consistently ranks high for happiness and well-being, and the Dutch enjoy one of the highest standards of living in the world. The public transportation system is efficient and reliable, and the healthcare system is excellent. While the housing market can be competitive and taxes can be high, the benefits of living in a well-organized, safe, and progressive society are undeniable. It's also important to consider the cultural differences when living in the Netherlands. While the country is known for being tolerant, the Dutch can also be direct and straightforward. They value honesty and openness, which can be refreshing but might take some getting used to, especially for people from cultures where indirect communication is the norm. This honesty can sometimes come across as bluntness, and it can be jarring for newcomers who aren't used to the direct nature of the Dutch people. But let's not sugarcoat everything. While life here is affordable, there are still hurdles to overcome. The housing market in particular remains one of the toughest challenges for many. For those who can manage to find housing, the other challenges, like high taxes and cultural adjustments, become easier to accept. At the end of the day, living in the Netherlands comes with a combination of cultural shocks, occasional struggles, and amazing benefits. The key is understanding what to expect and how to adapt to the realities of life in this fascinating country. The Netherlands is a country of contrasts. It's liberal and progressive, yet it still has its challenges, particularly when it comes to housing and taxes. The cultural shocks may be jarring at first, especially for those unfamiliar with its relaxed approach to things like marijuana and prostitution. But these aspects are part of the country's charm. The key is to approach the Netherlands with an open mind and a willingness to embrace the differences that make it such a unique place. Despite the challenges, the country offers a high quality of life, and for many, the positives far outweigh the negatives. The Dutch Gezelligheid. One of the most important concepts in Dutch culture is the idea of Gezelligheid. This word is difficult to translate directly into English, but it essentially means coziness, warmth, and good company. It's about creating a welcoming atmosphere where people feel comfortable and relaxed. The Dutch truly value Gezelligheid, not just in their homes, but also in the way they spend time with others. For the Dutch, it's not just about where you are, but who you're with and how much you enjoy the time spent together. Whether it's a casual dinner with family, a coffee with friends, or even just enjoying a quiet moment by the fireplace, Gezelligheid is all about creating a cozy, happy environment. Dutch people often host get-togethers in their homes, inviting friends and family over for a meal or drinks. These gatherings tend to be casual and low-key, emphasizing connection and shared experiences rather than elaborate preparations. It's common for Dutch people to ask, "Kom je gezellig zitten?" which translates roughly to, "Come and sit with us in a cozy way." It's about making someone feel at home, sharing a meal, and having a conversation in a comfortable setting. Whether it's in a cozy cafe or sitting in front of a fireplace at home, the goal is always to enjoy each other's company in a relaxed, easygoing environment. This focus on Gezelligheid extends beyond just personal relationships. Even in the workplace, the Dutch appreciate a warm, friendly atmosphere. It's common for colleagues to go out for drinks after work, where everyone can relax and talk freely. The emphasis is always on comfort and enjoying the time spent with others, rather than on formalities or rigid social rules. Nightlife and socializing. When it comes to nightlife, the Dutch know how to strike the perfect balance between laid back and lively. The nightlife scene in cities like Amsterdam is vibrant but relaxed. Whether you're enjoying a drink with friends at a local cafe or dancing at a club, the Dutch way of socializing is always comfortable and full of energy. The atmosphere is more about enjoying the moment and connecting with others than about flashy parties or intense clubbing scenes. In Amsterdam, you'll find a mix of cozy pubs, trendy bars, and lively clubs. Many people start their evening at a brown cafe, a traditional Dutch pub where the ambiance is laid back and the drinks are served with a side of conversation. These brown cafes have a warm, old-fashioned charm with their wooden interiors and dim lighting. It's common to hear people chatting over a Heineken or a Dutch gin while enjoying snacks like bitterballen, a deep-fried meatball, or cheese. The Dutch love to gather with friends after a busy day, and these casual settings are the perfect place for a relaxed evening. For those who prefer something more upbeat, Amsterdam also has a variety of nightclubs and music venues, where you can dance the night away or enjoy live performances. The nightlife in the city is diverse, catering to a wide range of tastes. Whether it's electronic music, jazz, or pop, there's always something happening. And despite the lively energy of these places, the Dutch still keep it relatively relaxed. The dress code isn't strict, and there's no pressure to go over the top. It's all about having a good time without feeling rushed or stressed. The Dutch also love open-air festivals, which are a big part of the country's social life. During the summer months, you'll find a variety of festivals happening throughout the Netherlands. These festivals celebrate everything from music and food to arts and culture. They're the perfect example of how Dutch people come together to enjoy good music, good food, and great company in an open and inclusive environment. These festivals are often held in parks, along canals, or even in the streets, and they attract both locals and tourists alike. The atmosphere is fun, friendly, and full of energy, but there's always that underlying sense of Gezelligheid. Everyone is there to enjoy themselves and connect with others in a laid-back setting. Another aspect of Dutch social life is their love for outdoor dining. Whether it's having lunch on a sunny terrace or enjoying dinner at an outdoor cafe, eating al fresco is a big part of the culture. Even when the weather is a bit chilly, you'll see people bundled up in coats, enjoying food and drinks outdoors. The Dutch embrace the outdoors in every season, and eating out becomes a social event where friends can gather and relax while enjoying good food. In the evening, it's not uncommon to see groups of friends cycling around the city, often stopping for drinks or snacks along the way. The Dutch are known for their love of cycling, and it's a big part of their social life. Whether you're biking to a local cafe or meeting friends in the park, cycling is an easy way to socialize while staying active. The key to Dutch social life. The key to the Dutch social life is balance. they know how to enjoy themselves without going overboard. Whether it's a quiet drink at the pub, a lively festival, or an outdoor gathering, the Dutch know how to socialize in a way that is relaxed yet engaging. It's about building connections, sharing experiences, and enjoying life with the people around you. And above all, it's about Gezelligheid, the warmth, comfort, and ease of being in good company. Dutch social life and culture are built around comfort, relaxation, and enjoyment of the moment. Whether you're spending time with friends at a cozy cafe, dancing the night away in a club, or enjoying a summer festival, the focus is always on having fun in a laid-back, welcoming environment. The Dutch way of socializing is unique in its simplicity, and it's one of the reasons why so many people love spending time in the Netherlands. So, if you're looking for a place where you can enjoy great company, good food, and a relaxed, fun atmosphere, you'll find it in the Dutch social scene. The Netherlands is widely recognized as one of the leading countries in the world when it comes to gender equality. Dutch women are known for their strength, independence, and leadership, and these qualities are deeply rooted in the country's culture. The Netherlands has long been at the forefront of promoting gender equality, and you can see it in many aspects of life, from the workplace to politics and everyday life. Dutch women are not only treated as equals but are encouraged to pursue careers, education, and hobbies just as much as men. In the Netherlands, there is a strong cultural and legal commitment to ensuring that men and women have equal opportunities. In all areas of life, women have equal access to education, healthcare, and employment, and their rights are protected by law. Gender pay gaps have been steadily decreasing over the years, and the country offers generous parental leave policies that allow both mothers and fathers to take time off to care for their children. This level of support helps create a society where both men and women can contribute equally to the workforce and to the family unit. You will also notice that in the Netherlands, women are encouraged to take on leadership roles. Whether it's in the corporate world, politics, or social movements, Dutch women are leading the way. This culture of equality is not just about equal treatment. It's about creating an environment where women feel empowered to pursue their ambitions and make their voices heard. From the boardroom to the classroom, Dutch women are paving the way for future generations to follow. The cultural significance of women in the Netherlands goes beyond their rights and freedoms. Dutch women don't just participate in society, they lead it. Whether it's in business, politics, or sports, women in the Netherlands are making a real and lasting impact. Take, for example, Mark Rutte, the Prime Minister of the Netherlands. The country has also had several influential female political leaders, such as Neelie Kroes, who served as a European Commissioner for Digital Agenda. Kroes has been a trailblazer in pushing for women's rights and equality within the European Union. She is just one example of how Dutch women have taken on leadership roles not just at home, but also on the world stage. In business, Dutch women are making waves. Companies in the Netherlands are increasingly led by women who are not just breaking the glass ceiling, but also redefining leadership styles. Women like Daphne de Kloes, the CEO of ABN AMRO Bank, have proven that women can be powerful, successful leaders in traditionally male-dominated industries. These women are role models for young girls across the Netherlands and beyond, showing that they can achieve whatever they set their minds to. In sports, Dutch women are also excelling. The Netherlands has produced some of the best athletes in the world, from Olympic medalists to top football players. Female athletes in the Netherlands receive the same level of respect and recognition as their male counterparts, and the country is known for promoting equal opportunities in sports. One shining example is Lieke Martens, a professional footballer who plays for FC Barcelona and the Dutch national team. She has been named the best female football player in the world, and her success has inspired countless young girls to pursue their dreams, whether on the field or in other areas. These examples show that Dutch women are not just present. They are making significant contributions in all sectors of society. Whether they are leaders in government, innovators in business, or champions in sports, Dutch women are shaping the future of their country and the world. They are proving that gender is no longer a barrier to achieving greatness. Dutch women also excel in areas that may not be as visible but are just as important. For example, women in the Netherlands are leaders in social movements, advocating for environmental sustainability, human rights, and other causes. One notable example is Marjan Minnesma, who is the director of the Dutch environmental organization, Urgenda. Under her leadership, Urgenda has been instrumental in pushing for climate action and holding the Dutch government accountable for its environmental policies. Women like Minnesma show that Dutch women are not only empowering themselves, but are also making the world a better place for everyone. The Netherlands has a strong tradition of promoting individuality and freedom, and Dutch women embody these values in their daily lives. Dutch women are encouraged to express themselves freely, whether through their careers, personal choices, or fashion. The country is known for its acceptance of diversity, and this extends to how women express their identities. Whether it's choosing to wear whatever they feel comfortable in, whether that's a hijab or a pair of jeans, or pursuing unconventional careers, Dutch women are empowered to live their lives on their own terms. Moreover, women's independence is a central value in Dutch culture. From an early age, girls in the Netherlands are taught to be independent, make their own decisions, and trust their abilities. This sense of independence is reflected in the way Dutch women approach their relationships, careers, and social lives. They don't need to depend on anyone to make their own success. In fact, many Dutch women prioritize their careers and personal growth before settling down. They are encouraged to take their time to find a balance between work and family life, without societal pressure to follow traditional paths. The Dutch also place a high value on work-life balance. Many women in the Netherlands have flexible work schedules allowing them to juggle their careers, family life, and personal interests. It's common for Dutch women to work part-time or flexible hours so they can spend time with their families or pursue personal hobbies and passions. This flexibility helps ensure that women have the freedom to enjoy all aspects of their lives without feeling overburdened. In the Netherlands, women are not just living, they are thriving. They are strong, independent, and highly respected, both at home and abroad. The country's commitment to gender equality has allowed Dutch women to take on leadership roles in all areas of society, from politics to business to sports. They are making an impact and leading the way for future generations of women around the world. Dutch women show us that true equality isn't just about rights. It's about the freedom to pursue your dreams, break barriers, and create change. The Netherlands has created a society where women can flourish, and their independence and strength are celebrated daily. Whether you're visiting the country or considering making it your home, one thing is clear: the Netherlands is a place where women can and do make a real difference. When I first arrived in the Netherlands, specifically in Amsterdam, I was excited to explore the city but also overwhelmed by the costs. Amsterdam is known for its beauty and charm, but I quickly realized that living here could be much more expensive than I expected. Rent in the city center is high, dining out can be pricey, and even small daily expenses seem to add up fast. I was on an $800 budget, and I wasn't sure how I was going to make it work. At first, I found it difficult to manage. I had to be very careful with my spending, choosing cheaper accommodation options and cooking most of my meals at home. I stayed in a small apartment in a quieter area of Amsterdam, away from the bustling tourist spots. It was a modest place, but it had everything I needed. The cost was much lower than apartments in the heart of the city, and I quickly realized that living just a little outside the main attractions could save me a lot of money. The first challenge I faced was adjusting to the cost of food. Eating out in Amsterdam can be expensive, especially in touristy areas, so I started buying groceries and cooking for myself. This turned out to be a great way to save money and also experience Dutch culture through their food. I discovered local markets where fresh produce was affordable, and I started to buy traditional Dutch ingredients like cheese, bread, and vegetables. I quickly found that eating local and shopping smart made a huge difference in managing my budget. One of my favorite things to do was visit local cafes, which are a big part of Dutch culture. These are places where people gather to relax, have coffee, and chat with friends. The great thing is that many of these cafes offer affordable options, so you can enjoy a cup of coffee for just a couple of euros. These moments became a big part of my daily routine, and they gave me a chance to connect with locals and feel more integrated into the culture. Even on a tight budget, I still found ways to enjoy the relaxed Dutch lifestyle and meet new people. As I spent more time in the country, I started to realize that living on a budget in the Netherlands didn't mean I had to sacrifice quality of life. In fact, I found that budget-friendly living could also bring unique experiences that I wouldn't have had if I had been spending a lot of money. For example, I discovered the joy of cycling everywhere. The Netherlands is known for its bike-friendly culture, and after a short time I found myself joining the millions of Dutch cyclists who ride around the cities and countryside. Renting a bike was inexpensive, and it allowed me to explore the country in a way I never imagined. I could go to nearby towns, visit local markets, or simply enjoy the beautiful countryside, all for a very low cost. Transportation was another area where I found ways to save. Although the public transport system in the Netherlands is excellent, I realized that by sticking to the cheaper options, like using a monthly pass for buses and trams, I could get around without spending too much. I also made use of the trains to travel to smaller towns and cities where living costs were even lower. Cities like Utrecht and Leiden offered much cheaper accommodation options than Amsterdam, and they were just a short train ride away. Exploring these places not only allowed me to see more of the country, but also helped me stretch my budget further. One of the biggest surprises for me was how friendly and helpful the Dutch people were, especially when I needed advice or guidance. The Netherlands is a multicultural country, and people are used to interacting with internationals. I remember feeling unsure about certain things when I first arrived, like how to navigate the bureaucratic system or where to find the best deals on groceries. But whenever I asked someone for help, they were always happy to offer assistance. Whether it was a local shopkeeper explaining where to find affordable ingredients or a fellow cyclist pointing me in the right direction, I never felt alone. This sense of community helped me feel settled, even on a tight budget. Despite the struggles, I learned that living in the Netherlands on a budget was completely possible, and even enjoyable. I realized that living frugally didn't mean living poorly. In fact, it allowed me to have a richer experience. I had more time to explore, enjoy the natural beauty of the country, and connect with people. The Netherlands offers so much for those willing to look beyond the high tourist prices and discover the hidden gems that lie just outside the major cities. The country is full of affordable attractions, like parks, museums, and cultural festivals that don't require spending a lot of money. One of the most memorable experiences was visiting the Keukenhof Gardens during the spring, where I paid a very small entrance fee and walked among the most stunning tulip fields I've ever seen. The beauty of the flowers, combined with the fresh air and peaceful surroundings, made it feel like I was living a dream. The experience was completely accessible, even on a tight budget. As time passed, I found that I had developed a new appreciation for simple pleasures. I learned how to make the most of my limited budget while still enjoying all that the Netherlands had to offer. I spent my evenings sitting in cafes, reading or chatting with friends, and enjoying the relaxed Dutch lifestyle. I also discovered how to enjoy the local cuisine without overspending. For example, I learned to make simple traditional Dutch meals like stamppot, a dish made with mashed potatoes and vegetables, which is filling, inexpensive, and comforting. In the end, living on an $800 budget in the Netherlands was a learning experience that helped me appreciate the value of living simply and making thoughtful choices about how I spent my money. I didn't have to spend a lot to live a fulfilling life in this beautiful country. What mattered more was the experiences I had, the people I met, and the joy of living in a place that values quality of life. I learned that sometimes, less truly, is more, and that a modest budget doesn't mean you can't enjoy all the incredible things that life in the Netherlands has to offer. The Netherlands has so much to offer, and what I've shared with you in this journey is just the tip of the iceberg, from the stunning landscapes to the affordable living, and from the beautiful women to the shocking cultural differences. This country offers an experience that many people overlook. The Netherlands is not just a place to visit. It's a place to live, learn, and grow. If you thought that living in Europe was out of your financial reach, the Netherlands proves that it's possible to enjoy all the benefits of life in one of Europe's most desirable countries without spending a fortune. Whether you're living on a budget of $800 or enjoying the culture, the Netherlands offers a perfect balance of affordability and high quality of life. The cost of rent, food, and transportation makes it one of the best-kept secrets for budget travelers or those looking to settle down without breaking the bank. But it's not just the affordable lifestyle that makes the Netherlands so special. It's the country's beautiful women, strong, independent, and respected in all areas of life. Dutch women are leaders, entrepreneurs, and role models, showing that gender equality isn't just a buzzword, but a way of life. The culture of empowerment and independence is deeply woven into the fabric of society, making it a great place for both men and women to thrive. Then there's the raw and progressive culture that constantly surprises. The Netherlands is known for its liberal and forward-thinking values, such as the legalization of prostitution and the ease of access to marijuana. These aspects may shock some visitors, but they reflect a broader cultural acceptance of personal freedom and choice. The Dutch embrace diversity, equality, and respect for all individuals, making it a welcoming place for people from all walks of life. In addition to the modern cities, the Netherlands offers charming villages, beautiful canals, and natural beauty. That makes it feel like a dream. From the colorful tulip fields to the quiet, peaceful countryside, the landscape is perfect for exploration. And the best part is that you don't have to break your budget to experience it all. The cost of living allows you to enjoy the beauty, history, and culture of the country without constantly worrying about money. Now that you've seen what life is really like in the Netherlands, let me ask you, would you trade your usual travel destinations for the unique experience of living on a budget in one of Europe's most progressive countries? Imagine waking up to the view of beautiful canals, the sounds of cycling along peaceful streets, rich culture, and incredible food, all while living well under $800 a month. Can you picture yourself walking along the cobbled streets of Amsterdam, or cycling through the countryside on a sunny day? Would you take the leap and make this incredible, affordable lifestyle your own? The Netherlands offers so much more than just a trip to a new country. It's an opportunity to experience life in a place that values equality, culture, and community. It's a place where you can live comfortably, explore fascinating history, and enjoy a modern lifestyle, all while staying within your budget. Whether you're thinking about relocating or just looking for your next adventure, the Netherlands has everything you need to make the most of your time abroad. Would you dare to live in a place where beauty, culture, and affordability come together in such a perfect mix? If this sounds like the experience you've been searching for, maybe it's time to consider the Netherlands as your next destination. Would you take the plunge and make this charming, progressive country your new home, or the place to explore on your next trip? The choice is yours, and it could be one of the most rewarding decisions you ever make.